in spite of technical difficulties, I think everyone saw what a well-made, compelling film you made.
Thank you.
Suspense throughout, and then really cool horror moment at the end where you turn it. So I figured I'd let you tell us where this all came from or how you got started with it.
It actually was initially kind of like I had the idea for a feature first, and it is kind of also serves as a proof for a feature that I just kind of finished writing, and this would be like the opening scene of the longer piece. But as far as like the inspiration, it was really just like I was riding like a car with my brother, and I saw like this creepy girl with like an instrument case on the street, and then we went, and then we went to a bar, and I just like outlined the whole feature concept from there. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Very good. Cars with brothers. I think that's how the film Memento got it. The Memento was started the brothers in a car talking about stuff. But very cool. And yet she's not creepy at all in here. She's everything else is. Yeah.
She was an interesting she was like perfect for the look of the film in general. But
the look is fantastic. I mean, even through the jitter, you could probably see that it was a beautiful location you used.
Yeah. We shot in the suburbs of Illinois, just outside Chicago.
Yeah, he came out from Chicago.
Yeah.
Thank you for... He makes the trip to see a jitter. Really, I feel... I'll stop mentioning it.
I thought it was an effect. It was.
Yeah, it is.
Is it better that way?
No, it's not better. But to virgin eyes, it's not ruined.
Oh, there you go.
Whereas I was really upset. I apologize. So anyhow... So it started with that, and you shot it in Illinois.
Yeah. It's actually like it's a high school auditorium, a private school that our producer went to. It's the same like high school that Diablo Cody apparently went to school, which is kind of interesting, I guess. But it was the only place that would give us location for free. So everywhere else, like Northwestern and stuff, was like $2,000 a day, and we were like, that's the entire budget. So.
It's a beautiful spot to get for free. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. All right, before I hand it off to them, my one question is, how did you get that piece to stop like that?
We didn't really have a plan going into it, but we just took a C-stand arm, wrapped in like green gaffer's tape, and just rolled it, and then keyed out.
Nice.
Really? Wow. So actual special effect. Here I'm thinking it's mechanical, like you had something hidden in the floor.
No, we didn't have no budget for that. But yeah, we just won it.
Cool. Excellent. Well, great work. So any questions? People? You got one in the back.
Do you feel comfortable talking at all about what the concept for the feature is?
Basically it just kind of like expands. Like I said, this is kind of like the opening, and then it follows another girl going to school for music, and then she's kind of haunted by this undead orchestra that's trying to get her to join the orchestra, and these kind of remaining players.
And she would have to die to join?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's part of the audition.
I figured it out.
Exactly. Yeah. Tony did a great job with the score as far as like infusing the kind of like audition aspect of her like playing for the Ghost Orchestra.
Thank you.
But
I would just like to point out that the only thing Curtis hates more than being at a Q&A is being in a Q&A. So ask him plenty of questions. When he heard that no one was showing up in the first film, he's like, oh God, I hope we don't get longer time with our Q&A.
Yeah, you guys do. The only filmmaker wants
keep
less time.
Keep them coming. Keep the questions coming.
The worst.
Right there.
How many, I'm just interested in where this film falls in your suite of what you may have made. I mean, how long have you been making films?
For a few years. I mean, I graduated from school in 2010 and 2012 and got my master's degree, and I did like a kind of like I did a very no budget kind of feature as my kind of thesis project, and then I moved on and done like half a dozen other kind of shorts and a lot of kind of like writing and stuff like that.
The same genre or different?
No, kind of just like all over the place. But lately it's been more horrible because I don't know, the world is terrible. That's more interesting.
Go see Splinter on Altar. It's
very
good.
Thank you. I just one of my previous films was recently released on Altar, which is owned by Gunpowder and Sky, and they're a super cool horror platform, and that's another kind of simple vampire story.
What's the title?
Splinter.
It's very good.
How many days did you guys shoot this?
This was 2 days. 1 day of kind of just like prep, and then the first day was all. We actually only had our actor for 1 day, but we just did like cutaway stuff and separate, like some of the effects stuff on the first day, and then just all of her coverage, like.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
And how does I am there? You.
I grew up in the kind of theater world as a kid. My mom comes from theater, and every person I know who works in theater has a haunted theater story. And I felt that going in, just like the design of how you shot it, like the moment that the camera started to pull away from her rehearsing, like no, leave. Like, so how was it like for you? It doesn't need to be exhaustive, but like to give that sense of like this is not just an ordinary theater, but like something that has an otherworldly presence to it.
I don't know. Yeah, I think like kind of big, like empty spaces like that are normally filled with a lot of people are just like inherently creepy. And I have like I have no musical like talent whatsoever. Tony can attest to that. Like told me, I was like, is this how music works? But but like and like just coming from like some like those kind of like sterile kind of academic kind of environments are also creepy, and just like again space and dealing with like scale. So like that's one thing I want to make sure that we were able to pull off in the cinematography, from going from like these like really interesting wide shots to these like tight close-up stuff and tight hand stuff, but yeah, just that kind of dichotomy between the things and stuff.
And it was so well shot and looked so good that when it came time to do the score, you know, to your point about these kind of the haunted spaces, we had this idea. We recorded the clarinet part first, and then that went off to a clarinetist who recorded herself playing it, gave it to her actress, and she rehearsed that.
Does not know how to play it.
But she knew a little bit.
Yeah.
So we did that first,
put her hands
and then everything else you hear in there is actually it's sampled clarinet. It's real clarinet that's being stretched. So you'll take like a 4-second piece of clarinet and stretch it to be a minute long. And suddenly what happens is, and you amplify it or you re-pitch it, you hear all these little undulations, which are actually the air molecules moving through the clarinet and coming out the clarinet. So as you hear these little kind of like granulations in the sound, that's actually just a stretched clarinet. So to your point about it can be a haunted space, it's as if the places, the memories are otherworldly, they're reverberating through there. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And then also just speaking to the cinematography again, it's like just the color correction was like super important to get that tight. So we got that done here at Company 3.
Oh, nice.
It was super cool. I mean, to just like go into that space where they do Marvel and Star Wars and stuff, and just like let them do it. Yeah.
I was impressed with the audio too, just the regular audio.
Yeah.
You know, it seemed to be in good relation to whether we were seeing a longer shot or a tighter shot.
Absolutely.
And the ambient stuff was great, but it just really seamlessly filled in there. Cause I've seen a lot of stuff where the audio is a nightmare.
Yeah. With no dialogue. I mean, it has to be like.
I love that scene where she's assembling the clarinet.
Mm-hmm.
The sound design is so good. It's really precise. You really the reverberation is right. Everything sounds really great there. And it's really fun to watch and listen to.
Yeah, I mean, it's a technically brilliant. I mean, you were saying you kind of gave away your budget when you said, but you know the
under $2,000.
The look and sound, every aspect of that of all 4 films, but these independent films are really nailing it. It's just so well made. Yeah, there's I don't sense any compromise in your film or any of the others.
Yeah, just finding the right balance of where you put the money, I think, is always. Yeah.
I guess you don't need superhero effects to make something.
Helps.
Yeah. Right? No more?
Keep them up here a little longer. This is awesome.
This is more for you, as we have someone who worked
on
the score for a short film called The Orchestra. You kind of stole the question I was going to ask, but the answer about the air molecules being extended. Like I really enjoyed that. It sounded like we were hearing music, but there was something otherworldly to it. And there was, when we started to hear the orchestra, when she was really focusing on the music, I was curious, like, how did you approach, like, what does a haunted undead orchestra sound like? What kind of music do they play?
There was a film that was a bit of inspiration. I think you and I talked about A Ghost Story.
Yeah.
And Daniel Hart's score, and he did something quite similar where he took sounds and he stretched them, and when you stretch them, just you get all these weird, you hear all these weird undulations and modulations, and you wouldn't normally hear because they're all squeezed together. When you tease them apart, because when you pull things apart, you start to see the holes and the little imperfections, and you amplify them, and suddenly those things become part of the sound. So that was part of the inspiration there. It's as if all these things are kind of embedded into the physical surroundings, and as you walk in, if you're quiet enough, you can hear them echoing around. So I think that was a big part of it. And I think we knew we didn't want to have kind of a regular score.
Didn't want to do something like like capturing the tone was very difficult, and as far as like the piece that she plays too, even like we went through a few iterations of that, because that obviously sets the whole thing. You kind of want to forget for a moment that it's like a horror movie, and you're just like, oh, it's just nice that she's playing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When you're very patient with it, because it has a real scare in it, which not all horror movies you watch actually have a real scare.
Yeah.
But yeah, your patience. I mean, I think everything had an element of suspense, but you really kept us on the edge of our seat that whole time that she's in this otherworldly environment that could have been completely devoid of supernatural, actually, right?
Right.
I mean, right up until that you see that foot.
Yeah, it's true.
I had a good question about the cinematography. What camera did you shoot it on?
We shot on the Red Epic in 6K for some reason. The DP wanted to, and I wanted to just destroy a hard drive in space.
I showed up late. I'm involved in our next caller, but I showed up late, so I missed it. Now everybody's talking about this movie. I got to see it.
I'll give you a link. Yeah, if anyone else wants a link, unjitterized version.
Well, now that you told me you was shot in 6K, maybe
it wasn't finalized in 6K.
No. No, that it came. Any more? All right, well, thank you so much. And
thank you.
Oh, was there a hand?
One more?
Yeah.
It was awesome, and I loved, like you were talking about before, the venue.
Yeah.
It was so like, like how the camera angles were going. They were close up on her, and then, wide angle back, showing the whole venue, and it was just like, you were saying, like, keeps you on the edge of your seat. Like, that's what I loved about your film, and the music was phenomenal, and just, I'm so excited to see it. Yay! Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And again, it's like
We
know
could, if you want to hang out, there's a possibility at 10:20 we could show it. and we'll just hit pause on the
Let it
first step,
buffer a little
because
bit.
apparently that pause buffer fixed it, but I don't know.
That's right. Cool.
Who knows?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Thanks so much.